all the tops and jackets tried on, but now we've got a couple pairs of pants to try and one jumpsuit. So let's see how this goes. I really like this jumpsuit, which surprised me because again, it's plaid, which is not something I normally wear. But unfortunately, it's way too big in the top for me. You can tell even because the back, it's zipped up all the way and it's still falling over. But this is something that if I wanted to alter, I could take in specifically in that area and I think it would still look great. So what I would probably do is take in the seam right here, like so. And you can see it already makes a pretty big difference in how it would fit along the rest of the body. But right now, without that happening, it just falls everywhere on the top. Now, I might also have to think about where the straps are because they are wider straps and they're pretty far set on my shoulders. So that's something else I would need to be mindful of is taking this in still might not make a difference unless it's very fitted to my body in that the straps might still fall off my shoulders unless those are very fitted as well. But for the rest of it, I feel like it fits really nicely. It's very comfortable. It's got pockets. Although I wish the pockets were on the side. Like, I don't love that they're right in the front like this, personally. That's just my preference. But I like that it has a flowy leg to it, and I think wearing it with flats, it's casual, but I can still dress it up easily, and I can wear this with heels and a blazer, and it would look really cool. But I would need to alter it first, because like this, it's still way too big. No matter how much I try to cinch the belt on this, it's still falling off around my shoulders, which isn't great. These are perfect Ren Fair pants. I love that they have the fitted around the calf and they've got lace-ups there. I think that just is the epitome of a Ren Fair style pant to me. You can tuck it into a boot, you could wear it with an ankle and show this part off, or when you fit it into an actual boot, like you don't have to worry about tucking all the fabric in because it's already more fitted, so it fits in the boot without having to, anyways, you get what I'm saying. So these are great for Ren Fair season. 100%. I can pair them in so many different ways. They're very comfortable, they have a lot of room, so they're very flowy. That is one thing though that I am being very mindful of is there's a lot of room here. Like a lot. And I don't know if it's just me, but like, I think it's doing good things for this area here. I think that looks okay. Sometimes when there's too much material happening, you get weird bunching and bagging and sagging. But I feel like it's doing the opposite and it's creating more volume than actually exists, which I'm okay with. But I think these are great because they're neutral, so I can pair them with really anything. Even with this top, I think they actually look really nice. And I could just add some accessories and decide if I want this to be like daywear Ren Fair or like Ren Fair. But I think these are a huge hit, personally. This is another item that I normally wouldn't pick for myself. It is very bold and colorful, and having a pattern on it like this is not something I have in my wardrobe. But I'm glad I tried it because I think adding new things and new colors and trying things that are outside of your comfort zone is a great way to build and expand your horizons when it comes to your wardrobe and your style. Unfortunately, there are a few things about this that don't work well. One of them being it's too tight. There's absolutely no stretch in this, so where it hits at my natural waistline, it's actually digging into my ribs a little bit, unfortunately, because I think this looks pretty good. But I know for myself, even though it looks like it fits to everyone else, I'm actually having a hard time breathing in this right now. It's like right at my lower ribs, and I know that if I go to sit down, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable, and the only way to make it less uncomfortable is to unzip it, which is not how you want to wear your clothes. The other thing that I noticed about this, only when I tried it on, I didn't notice it until after, is that the slip underneath is showing on the bottom. And I don't love that. I don't know if it's intended to be that way. I need to take a closer look at this and see if it's supposed to be hemmed slightly under, or if it is supposed to show out the bottom. But I don't love when it looks like the underskirt is coming out from underneath something. It looks like the hem has fallen apart to me. So that's a style that I don't particularly love. The other thing I noticed about this is it adds more volume to the rest of me because there's more layers, and the seams on the side being a thicker material, it does just create more volume. not a bad thing. I like having a little bit more shape to my body with the help of clothing and the ways that you can utilize it to do so. But there are too many things that make this conflicting for me to wear and keep, and it just doesn't make sense for me to keep this if I'm not comfortable in it, no matter how nice it might look. I will absolutely admit that these are too big right away. You can very much tell. They were also one of the last things that I grabbed on our way out because I saw the color and I really liked it, and I didn't look at anything else. This is why it's important to at least check the tags and see if it's a general size that you would normally wear, or if you have the time to measure it before you grab it. I still really love the color of these, but they're supposed to be a high waist, and they're very much a low rise on me right now. They should be somewhere up here. But as you can tell, that's not quite my size. And I think it would take a lot of alteration to get them to actually fit where they're supposed to. A little bit long too, which is the other thing that I know that they're too big, because it's not just that the waist is too big, the hips are too big, like the length itself is also a little bit long for me. But really the biggest thing is they do that. And they're definitely not supposed to. So, unfortunately, as fun of a color as they are, and as nice and soft as the material as they are, they don't fit. So, we're just going to redonate these, and someone else can appreciate the color as much as I did, and actually wear them. The pro of being a petite individual is you can wear kid sizes. The con of being a petite individual is you can wear kid sizes, but should you? This pair of pants, I know because of the brand, is a boys pant. It's also a size 14 boys pant, which is how I know it's the boys section and not the adult section. Now, I think that a pair of dress pants is a great option to have. I love that they're just black slacks, and the length is actually not too bad on me. But the thing that I know is a problem is where it fits in the actual hips. Now, the benefit of this particular pair of pants and the fact that it was boys is they have on the inside of them buttons and buttonholes so that you can tighten the waist where it would fit best, which is what I had to do, because when this was on the loosest one, it was definitely too big in the waist for me and there was gapping. But as soon as I did that, it fit great in the waist. The only problem is when I actually put my feet together, I can feel it starting to strain a little bit right at my hips, which is the widest part on my body. And I know that as soon as I would try to sit down in this, there's a lot of straining happening. And I'm a little concerned about popping the seams on this. So they kind of fit, but really they don't, because I can't move around comfortably and wear these as I normally would wear a pant. So unfortunately, these are not going to work for me. But also fortunately, because I don't know if I want to be wearing kids' clothes when I'm already kid size and trying to get people to see me as an actual adult. Even if it's only part of the time that I actually act like an adult. You know, those are things to keep in mind too. Dress pants from the boys section kind of fit, but really they're not going to fit comfortably. So we're going to redonate these.